All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about algebra tiles. Now, the last couple of lessons we did one-step equations and two-step equations, and what we're going to do is we're going to show algebra tiles. These are basically a physical representation of your equation, and it's something that we have to do or that you're going to see. So in order for you to understand what you're seeing, we have to go through it. So that's what we're doing, is we're going to go through algebra tiles. All right, so what we have is a whole bunch of different setups of algebra tiles. And if you'll notice, you got these bars that are X's, and then you have these yellow ones that are just ones, and then you also have the red that are negative ones. So remember that if it's red, those are negatives, and these green and yellows, those are positive numbers. Okay, so that's the first thing that you got to get straight in your mind, is that, oh, if they're just green, that's a positive. If it's yellow, that's a positive, and the reds, those are negatives. So those are the very first things that when you look at this, you have to notice and understand. So what we're going to do is we're going to interpret these algebra tiles and put them into an equation. That's the first thing that you have to be able to do here. So when I look at this, what I see is what I have on one side and then what I have on another side, okay? So I have this side set equal to this side, so I know it's an equation, all right? Then I'm going to look over here. Well, what do I have over here on this side? Well, I have 2 x's and 3 1's. So what this is it's saying 2x plus 3. Now, I understand that when you look at this, you're like, how did he get that out of that? Well, there's 2 x's, so over here, I'm going to write, what is this, 27? Yeah, 27. All right, so what I have is 2 x's. Well, that's what I have, 2 x's. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 3 1's. Plus 3. And then it's set equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1's. Equal to 5. That's really all there is to this. Now from here, if they asked me to, I'd go in and solve for x. Because now I have my equation, and now I can go through the steps to solve for my variable. Okay? But right now, all we're doing is setting these up so that you get to see how they're set up. We'll solve them here in a minute, but right now, we're just setting them up. All right, so that's that one. Now if we come over here to 28, okay, I have one side equal to the other side. And then over here I have 1, 2, 3 x's, 3x, 2 1's, so plus 2 equals, that's where my equal sign goes because that's everything there, equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 negative 4, or 4 negative 1's, so negative 4. That's all there is to this. 3x plus 2 equals negative 4. Now I have my equation set up. Now I can solve it. It's not that hard, but it's looking at it, interpreting, and understanding what's going on. All right? So 29, again, this is the part where if you were in class, I'd say, okay, set this one up for me. Okay? That's what we would do. But we're looking at it. We have this side set equal to this side, 3 x's, 3x, plus 3 1's. And I know these are positive because, 1, there's no negative sign in front of it, and they're green. Okay? These are positive 1's because, well, they're yellow and there's no negative sign in front of them. Okay? So 3x plus 3 equals negative, and then I'm just going to count them. 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 6. That's really all there is to this. All right? Now, there's that. What do they look, though, when they have this? Notice how the negatives are over here with this. Well, I've got 2 x's. Okay, so this is 30. I have 2 x's. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there's 2 different ways that you could write this, right? You could do plus negative 4, or you could do this, minus 4. Oh, I got 20x there. 2x 2x minus 4. Watch that. All right? So that's what that could look like. But they're both going to be set equal to 2, 4, 8, positive 8, or positive 8. And these two things, these equations, they're the same. They're the same equation. And it doesn't matter. They're set up the same. Remember, if you do click here, you get plus negative 4. And it's the same thing. That's all there is to this, guys. That's it. Okay, so here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4x minus 1 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus 5. Okay, over here, 3x minus 4 equals 2. That's all there is to this. Okay, so if we set all these up, that's all there is as far as setting it up. We're going to come over here, we're going to look at Get More Math. Now Get More Math, what we're going to do is we're actually going to solve these. We're going to set them up and solve them. Okay? We set these up just a minute ago. Now we're going to set them up and actually solve them. So again, look, the red, those are the negatives. The greens, those are positives. The yellows, those are positives. It looks just like it did in that other screen that I showed you. It's the same thing, but the first thing you need to do is set it up. And now notice it says find the value of x as shown in the model below. So this is a model of it. We're going to set it up, and then we're going to solve for x. Now sometimes in some of this stuff, what's going to happen is they're going to say, give me the equation. Or they're going to say, solve for x. Find the value of x. Okay? It just depends on what you're looking at. So here we're going to set it up. Negative 3, because there's 3 negatives here, equals 3x plus 3. And now I solve my equation from here. Once I have it set up, I'm done looking at those tiles. Now I'm going to solve it. All right, draw my line. Think furthest away, minus 3. Minus 3. Oh, this is a fun one that they gave me right off the bat. Okay, minus 3 plus negative 3. Okay, I get negative 6 equals 3x. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. Negative 2 equals x. Hopefully I did that correctly. I could take this, I could plug it back into here and check. Make sure that that's what I got. Okay, I strongly suggest you do that before you plug in your answer, because there's no reason in doing a whole bunch of these. Okay, so negative 2. And there we go. Okay, again, we're going to do just a couple more of these, because most of these look just like this, just to make sure that you're comfortable with them. Okay, solve the equation, 3x. And you can either do minus 5 equals 2, 4, 7 equals 7. Or you can do what I'm about to do right here, plus negative, and you're good to go. Okay, how do I find my variable? Do the thing that's furthest away on the same side, plus negative 5. So, plus 5, plus 5. This cancels out. Bring this down. 3x equals 12. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. This cancels out. And I know I'm going through these fast because you should have just done two-step equations, and you should know how to do this. X equals 4. Guys, the hardest part about this is setting it up and then following the steps correctly. Okay, once you get it set up, now it's just following the two-step equation rules. If you need help with that, go back and watch the videos. As there's not a lot to this, watch this, pay attention to it. X is 4, just to make sure we got the right answer there. Good to go. Okay, so yeah, let's do this one. I want to do this one just because they've got that negative in there, and we're going to take a look at it. Now notice here, these are red. We hadn't seen that before, so I'm glad this popped up. These are red. So right here we have this side, 2, 4, 6, 7. So I've got 7 equals 1, 2, 3, negative 3x. That's what that looks like. minus 2 or plus negative 2. Either way, it works the same. Okay, and then we solve from there. Okay? Plus 2, plus 2. This cancels out. All right, bring this down. Negative 3x equals 9. Divide by negative 3. And again, I know I'm going through these fast, but we should know how to do this at this point, but in case we don't. Positive divided by negative gets me negative. 9 divided by 3 gets me 3, negative 3x. And again, I take this and I can plug it back into my original one, and I should get the, I should get a positive 7 out of that. So, negative 3. And here we have the same thing set up. Okay, negative 4 negative x's. So negative 4x plus 3 equals 11. Right? That's really all there is. Once you get it set up, though, it's solving a two-step equation. Set it up correctly, solve the two-step equation, check your answer by plugging it back into your original problem, and go from there. If you have any questions, let me know. Here to help.